Day. I know I'm running a little bit behind today, but it's all good because I'm on location at my good friend Rebecca Dawn's house. And
hello.
So I'm just really thankful and humbled to be here today and to be able to share and have an incredible view of Mulkinstis from her apartment building, which is super amazing. And I'm just so really grateful to be able to share in a good way. And so to begin today, I'd just like to welcome everyone into the circle. Ooh, can you double check my Facebook? Because I wasn't sure. So I'm streaming from my phone, which means I have no idea if it's actually working. Yay me! Hello, technology. It's a good time. But just to really honor the land that we're on and to acknowledge the place that we are, I wanted to give thanks because it's important to know where you are so you know where you're going. So you don't get horribly lost. Just like Google, she always tries to know aspect. But I wanted to acknowledge the people of the Treaty 7 region, the Nitsathapi of Siksika, Gaina, and Pakani, also known as the Blackfoot, it's for the Black Confederacy. Nitsathapi means the real people, as they were the first inhabitants here on this land, and it's an honor to be able to walk in those same footsteps, to learn from those elders and those knowledge keepers, and to really be a part of that community and be able to contribute in a meaningful way. I also want to acknowledge the Tsutsuna of the Tsutsuna are known as the Beaver people. That's the Beaver and Indigenous Sign Language. And the Stony Dakota of Morley, which includes Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nation. We're also walking in the footsteps of Métis Region 3, which is why I proudly wear my Métis sash to act as that bridge between Indigenous and non-Indigenous culture. And when we acknowledge the land, we're actually acknowledging farm with that. We're acknowledging the way that we've come to this land. We're acknowledging the connection that we have to this land and the connection that we have to each other. The stories that are steeped into this land and all that we have to learn from each other and from the land itself. And so I acknowledge the stories who have been here thousands and thousands of years before me. And I acknowledge that wisdom that is held within the land of the people of this land. And so to welcome everyone in a good way into the circle, I wanted to share with you the pre-welcome song. Traditionally, when we sing songs, we sing in rounds of 4 to honor the 4 directions of the medicine wheel. But this song is a little bit different. We sing it in rounds of 3, and that's to keep the circle open and welcoming so everyone completes the circle today. Because in the circle, welcome. There's no beginning, there's no end. No one is greater or less than anyone else in the circle, just like in the hook of life. So it teaches us to honor each other for those differences. Because if we were all exactly the same, the world would be incredibly boring and nothing would ever get done. So we need those differences to be able to thrive. It teaches us to come into the circle without judgment, because we don't know the journey that people know. It teaches us not to compare ourselves to others because we're completely different spirits, completely different beings. And so it doesn't make any sense to compare ourselves to someone else. Mia Sin is from the Nalpahau family from Sturgeon Lake, and I'm very thankful to that family for keeping this song and this story alive. And Mia Sin, it doesn't just mean welcome, although it does welcome all of our ancestors. This is why it's such a beautiful way to bring our ancestors into the circle today. But it also means beautiful. Mia Sin, Mia Sin. Hasemina, Hasemina, Ekvetakote, Wagomagan, Ota, Oma, Kitaskino. Miasen, miasen, hasemina, hasemina, ekvetakote, wagomagan, hota, Oma Kitaskino Miasen Miasen Hasemina Oh, semina, takote, wagomagan, hota, homa, kitastino. Hi, and welcome to the circle today, everybody. I'm really excited because I can do some of my call and response songs today because Rebecca's here to help me out. There's so many times where I'm like awkwardly doing a call and response. I'm like under my breath. So it's nice to be able to share in a good way. And so the first song that I'm going to share today is the Chickadee song. Now the chickadee is beautiful. It teaches us how to listen. This is why we have 2 ears in 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. And it's just such a beautiful opportunity to be able to really honor the teachings of the chickadee. So the chickadee actually shuts down its language cortex when it talks to each other, so it doesn't interrupt. So it reminds us, you know, we have our ears which are always open, but we can choose to close our mouths so we can listen better. And listening is how we build relationships. And so this is Rebecca Dunn. And we're twinsies. I'm just kidding. And so this song, and look, I can wiggle over it. That's great. There's room. So this song came to me in the ceremony, and I'm very, very thankful for this song because the chickadees had come in and out of the lodge, and they were looking at me going, chickadee, and cheeseburger. So they tell you they listen to each other, but it's really just a beautiful gift for them to have shared this song with me. So I always feel weird saying it's my song because I don't feel like I own it. I feel like the chickadees are just like, here you go. So I feel like they own it. And so this is the chickadee song. It's just a call and response. Let's break it down because I never actually break it down online, and now I can. So you have to read. Tapio ho ho, 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 we-ah-ho. We-ah-ho, 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 we-ah-ho. Excuse me. We-ah-ho, 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 we-ah-ho. Tapio ho ho, 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 tapio ho ho. Awesome. So we're gonna sing that 4 times, so in 4 directions. I'm gonna just double check, make sure I'm not muted. Hey, I actually have it going today. Yay me. All right. I did an entire live stream and then the sound was muted. And I'm like, oh yeah. Yay, I'm mute today. Huzzah. So the beat is nice and simple if you're following along at home. Tapio ho ho, 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 tapio ho ho. call and response thing. So I'm actually going to break down the Blackfoot I Love You song. So this song is from Olivia Tailfeathers, and I learned it from my sister in spirit, Sandra, Many Feathers, and I also learned it from my other sister in spirit, Stephanie English. So hi, I miss you. I love you guys. And so you might know it better as Gitsy Gokkumin. They're like, I love this song. Awesome. So we're gonna sing it as a call and response. Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
You sing it to everyone. Everyone.
Everyone.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
I'm going to adjust that because it seems to be dipping down slowly. There we go, a little higher. So, I did it too much. That's fine. It's slowly going down. I'm sure it'll be perfect in a minute. We're going to sing it to our beautiful Mother Earth, which is na-ah. Na-ah, na-ah. And then we're going to sing it to where we live, which is Mokinstis.
Mokinstis.
Which is where we live. Mokinstis, our beautiful elbow, which we can see out the window, which is amazing. And then we're going to sing it to everyone. I do it a little differently, but I think everybody should do a song a little bit differently with their own spin on it. And so this is Gitsy Gokkumin as a call and response, so everybody can learn it. Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Stop going,
Gitsy Gokkumin.
nah-uh.
Nah-uh.
Stop going,
Gitsy Gokkumin.
nah-uh.
Nah-uh.
Stop going,
Gitsy Gokkumin.
nah-uh.
Nah-uh.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Stop going,
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Mokinstis.
Mokinstis.
Stop going,
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Mokinstis.
Mokinstis.
Stop going,
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Mokinstis.
Mokinstis.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Way-ah, way-yo.
Way-ah, way-oh.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Gitsy Gokkumin.
Stop going,
Gokkumin.
everyone.
Everyone.
Stop going,
Gokkumin.
everyone.
Everyone.
Stop going,
Gokkumin.
everyone.
Everyone.
Awesome. So, so many songs rolling around my brain right now. I was hanging out with kids all day. I started to work on a song. If you want to try it with me. So it's still in progress, but it might be cool. So it's our way to say thank you. So it's the way that I always teach kids how to say thank you in the languages that represent my family. So in Cree we say hi hi,
Hi, hi.
and heart hi hi.
Hi, hi.
And Anishinaabe is from my heart to yours, Miigwech.
Magwitch.
Miigwech.
Magwitch.
And then in Michif, we say Marcy,
Marcy.
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 So hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Miigwech,
Magwitch.
Marcy,
Marcy.
hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Miigwech,
Magwitch.
Marcy,
Marcy.
hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Miigwech,
Magwitch.
Marcy.
Marcy.
From me to you,
From me to you,
and you to me.
and you to me.
Hey hi,
Hi, hi.
Miigwech,
Magwitch.
Marcy.
Marcy.
Way hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
way hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
way hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
hey yo.
Way-ah-hey-yo.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Miigwech,
Magwitch.
Marcy.
Marcy.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Miigwech,
Magwitch.
Marcy.
Marcy.
From me to you,
From me to you,
and you to me.
and you to me.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Miigwech,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
So that's it. That's what I learned today. So it's not just a standard beat. It's actually a heartbeat. So a heartbeat is a beat of gratitude. It's a beat of ceremony. It's a women's beat. It's a beat of connection. It's that heartbeat that we have within ourselves, the heartbeat of Mother Earth. And so that's where that gratitude comes from, straight from our hearts. This is why in Cree we put our hand to our heart to say thank you. In Anishinaabe we say from my heart to yours to say thank you. In Chip, it's all around. It's to keep that love going. So this is the thank you song that I'm still working on. I want to actually add more languages to it because I think that would be incredible. So work in progress. Here we go. Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch, Mercy.
Mercy.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
From me to you,
From me to you,
and you to me.
and you to me.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
Hey ah, hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
hey ah, hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
hey ah, hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
hey ah, hey yo.
Way-ah-hey-yo.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
From me to you,
From me to you,
and you to me.
and you to me.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
Hey ah, hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
hey ah, hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
hey ah, hey yo,
Way-ah-hey-yo.
hey ah, hey yo.
Way-ah-hey-yo.
Hi hi,
Hi,
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy.
From me to you,
From me to you,
and you to me.
and you to me.
Hi hi,
Hi, hi.
Magwitch,
Magwitch.
Mercy.
Mercy. Which quit, Marcy, Marcy. Hi, 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 hi. Which quit, Marcy, Marcy. From me to you, from me to you, and you to me, and you to me. Hi, 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 hi. Which quit, Marcy, Marcy. Hi, 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 hi. Which quit, Marcy, Marcy.
Work in progress. That was still pretty fun. Awesome. So many songs. I broke down the creator song as a call and response, and I've been sharing it with kids because I think it's a beautiful song. It reminds us that we're connected to the earth. We're not above it or below it. We're part of it. And so I always share it with the creation story when I'm sharing it with kids, because it really makes them think about how interconnected we are and the purpose of all of the plants and the animals and maybe the history and how similar some of those stories are, those creation stories across all cultures. It's such a beautiful way of just bringing us together because then we have a conversation. So in the story, there's a flood. And so we talk about different flood stories throughout histories and through our other cultures. And it's just a really amazing way of bringing people together. And a lot of littler kids will be like, is this a real story? I'm like, no, I think all stories are real. They're just told to represent different things. And I think that's just a really beautiful way of looking at things. And so, yeah, this is the creator song, so I'm gonna break it down. Este, meko, tawino, gize, koko, tawino, este meko, tawino, gize, koko, tawino, weo, heyo, haweo, 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 weo, heyo, haweo. So, funny story about the song. So this song, it came to me through a friend of ours, Liz, Lightson, and she wanted something to give me, so I sang one of her songs, and so I was gifting my voice and also the voice of my son to one of her tracks. And she's like, I feel like I need to share this song with you. And so she sang it, and I felt like I knew it right away. And it just stuck within me, with my heart, within my mind, within my spirit. And so I listened to it like once, and I knew it. And so I went and I brought it to my great aunt. And I used to visit her at least once a week to drum and sing for her. And so before COVID, which sucked. So I was drumming and singing this song, and she started singing with me. And I'm like, Auntie, how do you know this song? She says, how do you know this song? This is our family song. I haven't heard it for 12 years. And so, yeah, I know, right? I started, even now I tear up because I think when you're on the right path, you bring those things home. You bring that healing home. And I really feel like that with this song. And so I'm able to share it to help people learn and to help people understand and to build those bridges of healing so that we can understand each other and feel true compassion and understanding for our stories. I think that's really what the song is all about, to recognize that we're all together here in creation. And so, yeah, this is the creator song. Shouts out, nice son. Oh, I miss you, girl. And your babies. So I also break down the bear song into a calm response. This used to be my son's favorite song, Lyndon, and whenever he would hear it, he would come running. This is my favorite song. So if I did a rally and he was off playing, I knew this was the last song that I did because he would come running right after. And so this was kind of my closer for the most part. And now his favorite song is the Raven song. But this song, the bear teaches us about courage and strength. It's the courage to stand up for what's right. And the courage to be ourselves, because it does take a lot of strength and courage to be ourselves, to truly find our path and let go of all of those things that people have told us we are and should be, and actually come into our own. That takes a lot of courage to let that stuff go and to really, step into those footsteps that you're meant to carry for your community. That's a big deal. And so the bear also teaches us what to eat and when to eat it. If the bear is not eating something, don't eat it. If it's hunting a specific thing, only hunt that thing for the year. If it's eating things, it's probably saying you need to get rid of these things like the pine beetles out west, but also watch it to know how to get ready for hibernation. And when I was out in Kananaskis a couple of weeks ago, the bears weren't even close to getting ready for hibernation. And that really threw me off because now is the time when they should be getting ready. But that heat, I think, threw everybody off. And so we'll see what they're trying to tell us, what they're trying to teach us, and it's really important to listen because they have so much wisdom for us. And so, yeah, this is the Anishinaabe Bear song. Let me break it down. Way-ah, 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 Yahweh, Elohim.
Yahweh, Yahweh, yo.
Way ah, way ah,
Way ah, way ah,
way ah, way ah,
way ah, way ah.
Yahweh, Yahweh, oh.
Yahweh, Yahweh, yo.
Mani tu makwa,
Mane tu makwa.
Kaminana se.
Kaminana se.
Mani tu makwa,
Mane tu makwa.
Hey Anishinaabe,
Hey, Anishinaabe.
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 Anishinaabe means people of the land. And so, as Ojibwe, we don't, that part of our family, we don't call us Ojibwe, Anishinaabe. And so, yeah, so this is the Anishinaabe Bear Song. I learned it from a few different people. I learned it from Lydia Manitopas before she passed, also Jonathan Turner. I learned it, I remember growing up, my mushroom shared it, and I've heard different versions of it. Even now that Carrie Moore still shares it, and it's really neat how everybody has a little bit of a different spin on it. And so I share more of the community version where it brings everyone together, and this is why it's really easy to break it down into a call and response, because it's definitely those fours which are so much easier to share and teach people who are just starting with Indigenous music, people who are just starting with the language, or children, because who doesn't love to sing along? And so this is the Ojibwe Bear Song. It's all about community, because that's what the bear does, honors its community.
It's been 6 minutes to 8 p.m. at this current time, my friends, if you're watching in real time.
Awesome. I think I'm going to wrap her up early so I can hang out with the friends tonight. And so I just wanted to say Miigwech, hi, and mercy to everyone who's watched. Please feel free to share. This is more like a sing-along episode, so that's kind of cool because I haven't really done that in a while because my kids are teenagers and they're too cool for me. I'm just kidding. But this last song, this is it's a traveling song, and so I'm really doing it. This is a calm response. I don't think I ever had to break it down, but I have a deep respect and honor for this song, and sometimes I sing it in four, sometimes I sing it in five, whatever decides to call through me. So when we sing it in five, it's usually for the star people, and so I learned this from my elder Sharon Kruger, and then it kind of disappeared from my life when she passed, and I didn't think it would ever come back. And then I was doing something with a high performance rodeo with Vigil theater, and I was asked to be an Indigenous liaison, which was super fun. It was awesome. I just got to connect people with elders and meet a lot of Indigenous artists from all over Canada and the world. It was amazing. But one of the groups, they wanted help. So Ashley and Yolanda were like, hey, can you help us sing a song? Because they understand that you're a drummer and a singer. I'm like, absolutely. And so they started singing it, and I'm like, oh, I just started crying. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, I know this song. So I came back. I think when you're on the right path, those songs that are meant to carry with you and those stories that are meant to follow you, they'll come back, they'll find their way back. Just like those people in our lives. If they're meant to be in our lives, they're going to find their way back to you. And so it's really that honoring that path and all roads that lead us home. And home is where we create it. Family is our friends. It's the people that we care about, the people that we take care of in our lives. And that's truly what home really is. This song is really about finding those ways to come home. And home is within you, all around. And so is the traveling song. And it is Hi everyone, Miigwech, Marcy, yay, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I really appreciate it. Please do feel free to share with anyone who you think would love to learn some Common Spot songs, or just anyone who just needs a smile on their face and to really connect with who they are in their spirit. So, Miigwech everyone, hi, thank you again for joining me tonight, and I will see you next week. Miigwech, hi.